Hello my friends, how's it going? I hope you are having a great day. In today's video we're going to talk about Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. Palantir is currently trading at a market value of $13 billion and I'm going to tell you if I think it's worth it or not. So stick around, it will be amazing. So my friends, Palantir. This is a company that graced many YouTubers' lips already. I know that people like Tom Nash are huge fans of this company. I must honestly say I never really looked into Palantir. It's been I think 2 years since I last read anything about this company. I'm very interested in how Palantir has been doing in that time. Also be sure to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. First, I need to know more about this company. I've heard many people say it's difficult to wrap your head around what they do. So this should be fun to figure out. As always, we begin on their website. Foundational software of tomorrow, delivered today. Okay, marketing talk. Nice. We build software that empowers organizations to effectively integrate their data, decisions, and operations. That is the same description I would give to an ERP system. But okay, generating alpha and disruption. Yes, buzzwords. Yes, what does it mean? Here, let's learn what alpha generation means. Getting this right is a requirement to preserve our way of life. What? We need great software or we go back to the Stone Age? I never knew. Very interesting. Here, I see alpha is a made-up word for competitive advantage, but since every single company talks about their competitive advantage, they use a different word. They learned this from Apple. With their magic keyboard and retina display, good for them. Here is some meat, my friends. They have 3 platforms, it seems: Foundry, Gotham and Apollo. I like these names, much better than things like Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 or something like that. Let's explore Foundry first, the ontology-powered operating system for the modern enterprise. I see a lot of you thinking, what the hell is ontology? Well, then Foundry is not for you. No, I'm kidding. Let me explain. An ontology in information systems is a structure consisting of a set of concepts and categories related to a certain area of knowledge, as well as information about their properties and the links between them. Ontologies are distinct from knowledge bases or taxonomies. The difference between an ontology and a knowledge base is that the ontology of a particular area of knowledge must include comprehensive general information about it, whereas a knowledge base may contain incomplete data and information about particular cases. Ontologies also imply a data structure. Knowledge bases can hold unstructured facts, so basically Foundry creates an overview of everything you have, data, processes, workflows, and gives you a better insight in the relationship between all of these things. It could also incorporate anything that has to do with these processes or could be relevant to this data. This all with some AI sauce smeared over it. Well, that's what I understand of it anyway. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like when you have a health insurance company, you can connect all your data you have from people around the world, connect this with the data from say climate change and see how that affects your business in a certain region. And maybe because you know roughly how many people will get more sick when a huge hurricane passes by from historical data, you can already predict if a hurricane is coming in the future, how many people will access their insurance over the next couple of months. Something like that. That was Foundry. Now let's go to the next one, Gotham, the operating system for global decision making. Now this is a marketing slogan for some evil superhero villain who would say, that is the OS I need. They portray this as a AI ready OS. But what is an AI ready OS? If I'm on a Mac and I can use code to write AI programming language, so is macOS AI ready? I'm really fascinated and wary at the same time. I was right about the evil superhero villain though. This is like totally tailored to the army. Every picture on this page is about the army and they talk about defense and all. But it seems to me that Gotham is like a control center from where you as a general get easy insight on your global operations or on specific operations, and with some button pressing activate anything you want. So it's like an OS that makes all these complex data and processes easy to manage. Like a joystick for generals to wage war. We had Foundry and Gotham, now it's time for Apollo. Apollo is a software as a service solution. Basically, it's a development platform. It says it will help speed the release of products by 25 times and it cuts DevSecOps costs by 50%. So basically, it's a great dev product that helps you easily and in a fast way create software. Nowhere on this page is the word artificial intelligence used, which I think is odd because they really like that over at Palantir. But I think this is not a big part of their business anyway. My friends, now that we've gotten to know their products as best as we can, remember I just try and figure it out learning from their website, so mistakes could be made, but then they should explain it better, I guess. Let's have a look at the only thing that matters, the numbers. I already said in the intro that Palantir currently has a market cap of $13 billion. It's currently trading at around $6 a share, so if you would have bought $1 million worth of shares when it debuted on the stock market, you would be down more than $300,000. First, let's have a look at revenue. This has seen some incredible growth the past years, and I guess that is where a lot of the hype comes from, in terms of what I call the what if syndrome. People see these very impressive numbers and people think, what if they keep on growing like this for like the next 20 years? They will be $1 trillion company. I need to get in on the action right now. It's only worth 10, 20, 30 billion dollars right now. I will be rich. If they see some crazy people online saying the same thing, they go like, see, this very smart Jeremy guy says the same thing, so I must be right. But they forget Jeremy doesn't know anything and just wants you to click his video. And unfortunately for them, that's not how it works. When you look at their losses, it's just mind-boggling. This company has not only not made any profit, it has made huge losses. I mean, just look at these numbers. It hurts my eyes just to look at it. I've read somewhere that someone said, well, losses are getting low and profit is on the horizon. I mean, my friends, is this guy blind? Losses this year are already higher than last year. So yeah, it's really going in the right direction. As for total revenue this year, we'll show a very nice growth year over year. That is true. But look at these quarterly figures. It's almost flat for the last 4 quarters. So you're paying a very high multiple because of the high growth dream, but it's nowhere to be found anymore. Lately, it's been more like a slow growth dream. And with this kind of revenue growth and these kinds of losses, if you would pay 13 billion for this company right now, it would take you until you are either old and retired to make any kind of money back, or it might never happen. Now that I recap on what I've learned, I shouldn't have bothered with learning what Palantir does. It doesn't matter. That is the reason why I never looked into it before. I glance at a lot of companies, and before I even get interested in what they actually do, I first look at the numbers. If I don't like them, I forget about it or come back in a couple of years. The same is true for Palantir. I've looked at it and will revisit it if I see some headlines that could indicate some change for this company. I was also going to look at some charts to see if we could learn anything from there, but the trend is down and I don't see it changing anytime soon, so nothing to learn there. So that was my take on Palantir, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. This helps me out a lot. Let me know in the comment section down below if you own Palantir and what you think will happen to this company in the future. See you in the next one. Bye.